Who's here? Tell me your name. Susan. Good morning. Let's give it another minute. Irma. Who else is coming through that door? Betty. I started a few minutes early. I couldn't wait till 7 o'clock. I'm at Hippie's life. I've been up since 3. Hi, Ray. Hi, Ray. It's nice to know your face, Ray. Yes, Irma, it is what you think it is. This is my new friend to my left. I can feel the energy coming off of it. It's with me. This is an original work of Rabbeinu Yirah, one of his first that he gave to Rose, one of the first ones, and he gave it to me as a gift. It's like touching the kotel. I still have my watch on Oregon time. Oregon time. You know, when you leave Israel, whenever I leave Israel, I leave my watch on Israel time. Rabbeinu taught me Oregon is Or Hagan, Or Hagan. So now I pronounce it like that. I've been to Or Hagan. I've been to Oregon. Hi, Karina. Hi, Sharon. Let's give it one more minute. Sydney, there you are. Sydney. Good morning. Oh, you'll touch it, Irma. I'll bring it over to your house. Yeah, you'll cry like a baby. I know. Just give one more minute. I can feel the Shekhinah here with me. I know from having been to Oregon, to Rose and Yirah's house, that Hashem is found everywhere, in every corner. I know that Hashem reveals himself in the contrast. And the more extreme the contrast, the more he's waving at us and flirting with us and being playful with us. I've never seen a bigger contrast in my life than where I have been. I so wish that I could bring you with me in my memory and show you everything I've seen. You wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't believe me. Nobody would believe me if I told you. Aleph in his bed. can't even turn his head. And he's holding down reality. He's holding down reality from that bed. He doesn't even realize. He's anchoring in all of reality from that bed. Olive, thanks for being here, Olive. And his sons. His sons. Gabrielle, and Seth. Nadav and Avihu. Kohanim. They made me coffee and baked potatoes. Tall and skinny. Kind, sweet, gentle. Primary caretakers for the babies of the king and queen. They run over there and babysit all the time and sweep up the bunnies. Indy has the zechus of living in that house. The merit. Indy wrapped me in love every time I saw her. She's running back and forth to her job in a Thai restaurant, working so hard to try to make ends meet for her and her son, 7. Hi, 7. What a sweetie. He likes ketchup with his schnitzel. Elias, with his dreads and his big, beautiful, curious eyes. Elias, apprentice to the king. I hope your foot is okay. Shalema. Malachi. How are you? Malachi and I have been best friends in many lifetimes. Malachi gets my humor and laughs at my jokes. Not many people laugh at my jokes. He gets me. So sweet, so gentle, so humble. Malachi. We're all gonna know that name. He's Mishneh LaMelech. He's the second one. Malachi. Found Rabbi Yirah on YouTube. Binge watched one of his playlists. And from the hood in California, where people are killing each other on the street, and he had to walk by that garage that you told me about every day. He made 2 massive scrolls that he showed me of the tzimtzum from the, oh gosh, Shebagan. I forgot the name of that Sefer. From Chaim Vital. He made an Ilan, the circular aspect of the tzimtzum depicted. I rolled it out for me to show me. He earned his way to be the right-hand man to the king. Zeke. You got me there and back. You are my escorting angel. You got me there in the first place. I did not feel worthy of going. And you said to me, he invited you and you're not here. You made me understand. Thank you, Zeke. I'm eternally grateful. Rose. 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 My girl. My girl. My girl. My girl. Rose. I can't wait for everybody to meet Rose. She's the best girl in the world. She's so funny. She's so hilarious. With her, she drops these one-liners. You can't believe it. She's too funny. And makes the whole environment fun. The best storyteller I've ever heard. She told me the story of how they met. She was sleeping on benches, homeless. He, Rabbeinu, had no fridge, eating bread, drinking water. They had nothing when they found each other. He was working at the Goodwill. They took me to the Goodwill where they met. They had nothing. They had nothing but each other and the trauma that they both went through to get to that point. She was about to beat up the girl, and the ex-girlfriend that was being verbally abusive to Rabbeinu Yirah. It's a great story. I'm going to let Rose tell it one day. But literally, Rabbeinu had to hold her fist back. And then Rabbeinu knew he had a loyal soulmate. Someone who would defend him and stick up for him. Okay, let me come out of that trance for a minute. And really, we'll start our class right now. Hi, Chase. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Karina. Hi, Hi, Shauna. So today is January 6th, 2025. And we are smack in the middle of the greatest story Hashem ever told. And what we are about to do today in this live, in this small room, on this small channel, is even bigger than the inauguration of President Donald Trump. This few of us that are here together, gathered, are about to inaugurate our Melech HaMashiach. Bitzel modestly, humbly. I thank you so much, Hashem, for this opportunity. I'm not sure what I've done in my life. I'm grateful. Hashem, I'm grateful. I am grateful that you can use my voice to say these words out loud and anchor them into reality and move us forward and keep moving us forward. I was just reading my ode to the Raya Mahamana, and then at the end of Vori said, I am in awe of Rabbeinu's humility with which he is bringing so much light into this world. Sefer rose too. I am so thankful to be here. It is like catching the rays of the dawn, the first rays of the dawn, that's getting brighter by the moment. And here we are. We've arrived at this moment. I want to share my screen a minute and show you two things in Zohar. Kambutzina Kadisha V'Yamar. The holy luminary Rabbi Shimon said, Saba, Saba, old man, Bebilin Dilach Ish Temuda. Through your words, your identity is recognized, is revealed. Anhu Adam Kadma'a, you are the Adam Kadmon, the first man. Mashemo, what is his name? Itmar Allah was spoken of you. Mashem Beno, what is the name of your son? Itmar al Raya Mahamanar. His name is the faithful shepherd, the Raya Mahamana. Ubegin Ihu Chadesh Kama Chidushin Bioraita. And we will recognize him because he will come to be Mechadesh many Chidushim Batorah, many new innovations in Torah, Chedva Zmina Lagabach. And because the faithful shepherd made new chidushim in the Torah, it says in Mishlei 10:1, Debein Chacham, a wise son, Yisamach Av, makes his father happy. Let's share another one. Hmm. 33. Hold on, you guys. Here it is. But the sages of the Mishnah, okay, this is the from Jews, you guys, the sages of the Mishnah. do not know the faithful shepherd. We never heard of him. We're ignorant of him. Elijah, Eliyahu Hanavi, an oath upon you in the name, the Shem HaMeforish, the Shem Yud He Vav He, which I am invoking right now. Reveal the Raya Mahemana to all the leaders of the from world, so that they will recognize him, and he shall no more be violated. As it says in Yeshaya, he was wounded because of our transgressions. You do not have to receive permission from the Holy One, blessed be he, because I am a messenger from the Master of the universe, and I know that if you do that, the Holy One, blessed be he, will thank you for it, and your descendants shall be exalted for it above and below. Do not tarry in doing it. This is why I'm doing this Monday morning. I landed yesterday. I'm delirious right now. I am not tarrying, neither a week, nor a month, nor a minute, not a second longer. But do it miyad, immediately. Immediately. Next class that I give on Thursday, if I get permission from the parties involved, I would like to go through the album of my trip to Oregon, to show you and share you a glimpse. I can only give you the vapors of the miracles that I beheld. And pictures don't do it justice. But I would love to share that with you guys next class. And to show you this could only be from Hashem. This could only be from Hashem. This crew that Hashem has assembled. You wouldn't even notice them if you walked past them, except for Rabbeinu Yirah. He walks like a king. He talks like a king. And when I walked with him on the street, everybody looked at him. Everybody turned their head. And he's living in this small life right now. This impoverished life where you can't even stand two people in his kitchen. Where he produces his holy artwork of Chidushim, Yichudim, uniting heaven and earth. On maybe a 4-foot, 4x4 section of floor in his home. There's no table. He's working from the floor, and not even a big floor, a small floor. The analogy that kept coming to me, that I shared with them, is that reality that they're living in right now is compressed. Compressed. So tight, so tight. When I walked into their apartment, I'll come back to that. Let me finish my analogy. So the reality that they're in right now, like if you took the entire universe and smushed it into a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 babies and 2 bunnies, and the artwork of the divine covering the walls, every inch of the wall, every inch of every wall. You compress the Kedushas Olamim, the holiness of all the worlds, into a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. So I kept seeing in my mind's eye a spring, a loaded spring, a spring loaded. You make the coils real tight to each other, and all that potential energy is just sitting there in the coils, about to go kinetic, about to go kinetic. That potential energy is about to go and cover the face of the earth. It's loaded. It's spring loaded. I'm ready to explode. When Zeke brought me to the door, to the threshold of the apartment, Zeke always stops to take a breath and say a prayer. So I did that with him. And then we walked in. It starts with a hallway, a skinny hallway with all the artwork. The first thing that hit me was the energy. Woo! That energy hit me smack in the face. I was blown back. As I took a few more steps into the apartment, I was like, this place smells good. Smelled really good in there. Like the burning of incense. There's soft music playing all the time. Frequency music. Very calm music. The lights are dim. The lights are down low. And I just felt so comfortable in there. I felt cocooned in that apartment. It was a cocoon. And the babies are beautiful and quiet. That's probably the biggest miracle that I beheld, were the babies, how happy they were, how content they were in their places. They didn't cry. They didn't cry. The diapers didn't smell. The bunnies didn't smell. Aleph told me that. That Yirah is the best smelling man he ever smelled. Yeah, that apartment is something else. I treasure that Hashem gave me that opportunity to witness it, to be there. It is the epicenter of the universe right now. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. While I was there, I was living the extremes of synchronicity and timing. The most that I've ever experienced in my life. Everything worked out easily without planning. I just lived my day. It's kind of like summer camp of Torah over there. They're just learning the sodot of the sodot of the sodot of Torah all day, every day, with each other, shuttling back and forth from Aleph's apartment, Aleph's place, to Rabbi Yirah and Rose's place. It's summer camp over there. And the days they flew by, and everything went perfectly without planning. Wherever we went was divine and exactly the right time. There were 3 instances that kind of stand out in my mind. One of them was Darren, who we're going to talk about in a few minutes. Darren, who sent the ring to Rabbeinu Yirah. I wanted to send Darren a picture of how the ring looked on his finger. And as I picked up my phone to send it to him, to send him the picture, I saw he was typing to me. He was typing to me as I was sending him a message. That's divine timing to the second, to the millisecond. And the other thing that happened was when Rose and I lit Shabbos candles together. It had been sunny that day for the first time on that Friday. The other days I had been there were overcast. And the sun was out and strong on Friday, strong. And then when the second we lit candles and blessed them together, I said the bracha in Hebrew, she said the bracha in English. We heard this loud hailing rain. The skies cracked open at the very second that we finished our bracha together. Remember, Rose? Remember? When I got back to New York, I walked slowly through the airport to the carousel to the baggage claim. And as I walked up to the baggage claim, I didn't even hurry. I saw my bag coming around. And the second I got to it, I picked it up. It was that kind of thing. You know, it escorted me back to New York. The divine timing escorted me back. There was one more story. I'm sure it'll come to me. If I think of it, I'll let you know. Okay. This was the best story. Okay, I wrote it down. So Rose, Nebuch, Rose, my Rose, poor baby, she is having gallbladder issues, and I lived this with my daughter Kayla. The agony, the extreme agony of a gallbladder attack. And we went together on Friday morning for her ultrasound to see what the gallbladder looked like. And out of nowhere, the surgeon, Dr. Omar Wayne, may he be blessed and his children be blessed eternally, who was the surgeon who had kindness for my daughter Kayla when no one else was having kindness for her. Texted me that Friday morning, January 3rd, out of nowhere. I hadn't spoken to the man in 2 years. He texted me, Happy New Year, Gila. And I knew I was meant to reach out to him and ask him to review the results of her sonogram. And he did. He did that for us. It's that kind of living. They're living lamala min hateva, way above nature. Aleph is, when he's teaching, you see his head set against the treetops. That man is dancing in the treetops. He doesn't need to move. He's immobilized. He doesn't even need to move. He's so content with his portion. To sit with the Aleph Beis all day. What these people are doing is teaching us the Aleph Beis of Atzilus. That's what the from world has to realize. And the contrast is hilarious, Hashem. It is not lost on me that these people who struggle, you should have heard the Havdalah of Malachi, the cutest thing in the world. He's trying to read Hine El Yeshua, Hine El Yeshuati. He's trying to read the Havdalah. And this man, Malachi, knows more Torah than I'll ever know in my life, in many lifetimes. The Sodot of Torah. Hashem, you are funny. Hashem, you are funny. That is the contrast here, that the frum Jews are going to have a struggle with. Because we could rattle off brachos like no big deal. What they have, we can only dream of having one day, a little portion of, a tiny fragment of that. They have the Torah of Atzilus. They're holding it. And they struggle to read the Shema. It's hilarious. It's ridiculous. It's bewildering. It's perplexing. And it's all of that. So Hashem has us turn our head in that direction. The Lubavitcher Rebbe said, open your eyes. And this is what he meant. Look for the strangest thing you've ever seen in your life. And there you'll find Mashiach. That's where you're going to find Mashiach. Ani clarified something for me. When I was trying to understand why Hashem would have them be so isolated and apart from any Torah-based community. They don't know how to be from. They never seen it. They never lived it. They never experienced it. Ani says to me, this is how the Torah of Atzilus, the Torah Chadasha, the Torah Social Mashiach, comes into this world untainted by the distortions and the corruption and the Erev Rav infiltration of the frum world. He didn't have to go through any of that BS. It had to come in raw. It had to come in pure. Unfiltered. Okay, so you may wonder how I was so bold as to make yesterday's announcement for the class. I have to just shout out to Pesh because she said the funniest thing. Let me see if I can find it on Facebook. Pesh Cohen, where are you? Pesh Cohen. So I announced the Melech HaMashiach has been formally recognized by the Gentile nations live at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then Pesh said, you really need to get out of your shell more. Learn to take verbal risks and make bolder statements. I just love that. Thank you for that, Pesh. I love adding humor to the situation. I really, because it's so big. It's so big. We need some comedic relief. Jennifer Moore said, I'm not sure, however, I will prayerfully tune in. Thank you, Jen. Jen is somebody that I worked with years ago in a nursing home. She deserves a shout out. She's holy. So how did I come to this pronouncement and this declaration? Last Monday, a week ago, December 30th, 2024. Let's timestamp it. Rabbeinu Yirah Ari gave a study session on his private group where he revealed the loftiest secrets of Torah, like he always does. He doesn't disappoint ever. Never does he disappoint. And never does he stop. He is a fountain. I saw with my own eyes, spewing. He's a geyser of Sodot. And struggles to say the Birchas HaShachar. It's the cutest thing I ever saw in my life. It's the contrast. Open your eyes to the contrast. So how did I come to make this bold declaration for today's class? During that class that Rabbeinu Yirah was giving, he gets a knock on his door. There's a delivery. This is the same day that I am due, that I have my flight to go out to him, December 30th, a week ago, in the morning, while I was still at work, listening from my workplace to his class. He received a knock on the door and a delivery inside a heavy weighted box made of pearl oyster. I forgot what it was, heavy. It's like a 10-pound box. What's inside that box? I'm going to show you. You see it, guys? Commit that to memory. Stare at that for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where did that ring come from? Where did that special delivery come from? And I'm going to now announce a very special human being, very gentle. I'm noticing a certain pattern of the profile of people who are in the inner circle of Rabbeinu Yirah, and it's a gentleness, a humility. And his name is Darren. His name is Darren. Darren A. Shang. I wonder what the A stands for. Darren A. Shang sent this ring to Rabbeinu Yirah Ha'ari with this note. There it is. Dear Yirah Ha'ari, 12/24/24. On behalf of all Gentile nations of the world, I would like to formally recognize you as the Melech HaMashiach, and he wrote it in Hebrew, King Messiah. Enclosed in the box is a Sri Navaratna ring to commemorate this auspicious occasion. May it serve you well and bring you many years of delight and aesthetic pleasure. With humility, Darren. Oh, you guys weren't seeing it. Hold on, shoot. Hold on. Let me get you the note. Here it is. Okay. Sorry about that. Take a minute, you guys, and read that. Let me make it bigger. Okay, so you guys see it? There it is, and just like that, Melech HaMashiach has been declared by Darren, an international man of mystery who makes hyperbaric chambers in Texas. And I'm going to explain to you. I asked Darren to text me what this ring is all about. And let's go back to it for a second. Okay, there it is. Okay. Hi, Gila, he said. I said, Darren, please send me the description. Here is the description of the Sri Garuda Navaratna ring. Nava meaning 9, Ratna meaning gem. This ring was made in Thailand by a goldsmith who makes all the navaratnas for the Thai royal family. Okay? A goldsmith who makes all the navaratnas for the Thai royal family. In Thailand, it is only royalty that can wear this navaratna ring. So Darren said the idea and motivation for him gifting this to Rav Yirah is to acknowledge he who is the real royalty. He who is the real royalty, who is ordained from above. Actually receiving a spiritual crown from above. The navaratna has 9 gems with a ruby in the center, representing the sun. That ruby is representing the sun. You see it, guys? Right here. Followed by a diamond for Venus, a pearl. I don't know if I'm saying this right. A pearl for the moon. Where's the pearl? Maybe here. Red coral for Mars, hessonite for Rahu, blue sapphire for Saturn, cat's eye for Ketu, yellow sapphire for Jupiter, tsavorite for Mercury. Navaratna is esteemed by ancient tradition as a jeweled yantra of good fortune through its favorable balance of planetary energies. And I heard Rabbi Gozlan say that Mashiach comes to take us out of the astral influence that has made our lives miserable until now. So may this ring do that, and quickly. My friend, so Darren continues, my friend Stephen Kong, who is an expert on gems, is the one who obtained the ring for me in Thailand, saying, "This is the best navaratna I have ever seen and will see." That's what the guy who got it for him said. This is the best one he's ever seen. He noted how well and intricately carved the Garudas flanking the navaratna was. What really confirmed this decision, said Darren, what really confirmed that this decision was correct was when Rabbi Yirah showed me the cuffs that he wears on his wrist. There are actually Garudas on both his left and right cuffs. In the East, Garuda is known as a type of bird the Vishnu rides upon. The Vishnu rides on these birds. He revealed to me, Rabbi Yirah revealed to Darren, that Rabbi Yirah is born on the Krishna's birthday, July 19th, and 1992. And the Hindus know that Krishna is the incarnation of Vishnu. We also know, so I just want to interject here for a minute and remind the Jewish people that this Mashiach is for the world. So before you get all bent out of shape, that this isn't Jewish, this isn't what we're used to. Remember, he's for the world. We also know, back to Darren, we also know the emblem is the face of their anpin, said Darren, Tiferes, which is a bird. Rabbi Yirah says that Krishna represents the tov of humanity, the good of humanity. Krishna means dark or black. And in Zohar it says, "Do not look at me, for I am black." Shchor ani v'nava. Meaning, look beyond my appearance. And then Darren said, wow, a lot of people think Mashiach is a Jewish concept, to which Rabbeinu Yirah replied, it is world peace, not just peace for the Jewish people. And when I sat there on the couch, they have a couch made for 2 people, and Rabbeinu Yirah sits on the floor. The whole time I'm there, he's sitting on the floor. The floor. As he gave his class, he gave one of the Zohar classes, and I have it recorded, guys, and I'm gonna slowly share to the main Yirah chat all the different videos that I took. I'm not gonna like bombard it. I'm gonna do like maybe one a day, so you can take it in and appreciate it. But one of the videos I took was Rabbeinu Yirah giving his class from the floor. And every time I was on the couch and he was on the floor, when he was telling me, he was just spewing Torah, the sodos of Torah to me from the floor of his living room, tiny, tiny. The couch was 2 by 2. I'm sitting on the couch, and he's like, maybe I should put the ring on. Maybe he got the idea. I saw him get the idea. I saw it arise in his consciousness. Maybe I should put the ring on. So he takes it back out of the box and he slips it on his finger. It looked huge. The ring looked huge. And when I saw it go on his finger, I'm like, how is that going to fit him? And it fit him like it was custom made. Fitted to his finger. And he has long, Rabbeinu Yirah and Aleph both have these really long fingers. And like now you know why, because they have to wear these rings. They have to accommodate these rings. Let me show you that moment. Let me share the screen again. Recent. There it is, you guys. There it is. There's that moment with the 2 cuffs. His hand on the Zohar. This is it, you guys. We're seeing history in the making. We're seeing the culmination of the story that Hashem is telling us. Started in a garden, we're going back to a garden. We just have to work on our midot. And one of what stands out in my memory is in one of the long Eilanot that Rabbeinu showed me. He showed me like the snake daddy, the serpents, like the circling wheel that's holding us back, that's keep bottlenecking us, he told me, that keeps us bottlenecked in the lower olamot, keeps us out of Gan Eden, out of the Olam Atzilus, is our forms, is our midot. Work on your midot like your life depends on it. Like the world depends on it. It's like it's like Hashem set up, I'm forgetting what it's called, but outside of Gan Eden, it's like circling swords. He's set at the gate of Gan Eden, and that's what it is. It's your midot that'll keep you out. It's your midot that will keep you out. I just want to go through my notes real quick to see if there's anything I forgot. When I got off the plane, people were texting me. How was it? And I could only answer 2 words. And to everybody, I was like, it's him. And I remembered, and my sister Miriam, she's like, how do you know? How do you know? I said, I know from his Torah. I don't know from his wonders. I don't know from his miracles. I don't know from the way he looks or dresses. And just like the Zohar said, that I read in the beginning, we will know from his chidushim, from his brand new Torah, that we will hardly recognize in the beginning, because it's so foreign to us. It's so elevated. It is this tippy top of the tree. I said, Mir, I know from his Torah. And I remember Rabbi Gozlan had said, this is how we will recognize Mashiach. This is how we will recognize Mashiach, from his loyalty to Torah. That man is loyal to Torah. Absolutely loyal to Torah. He gave up his whole life. Moved away from everything familiar to him. Lived without a fridge. Scraped by. Toiled and toiled and toiled to bring down the true Aleph Beis from Shamayim, the Keser of Hashem. Be very careful, is all I'm going to say. Be very careful with what you say about this man. Be very careful. Be very careful. He is Hashem's chosen one. Like the Zohar said, he is the son of Hashem, the one closest to him. We were sitting in a coffee shop. Me, Rose, Gabrielle, and Rabbeinu. And it was as if we were outside of time and space. And we were sitting at this long wooden table, each of us with a coffee in our hand. And Rabbeinu was expounding on Torah I had never heard. Coming in through all the way, coming in through the top, through the Keter of Torah, all the way down to the Pshat, the Sod all the way down. He takes you in through the Sod, all the way back down to the Pshat, and ties them together and marries them perfectly. And then later that night, when they stayed up till 3 a.m. with me, waiting for my flight, they stayed up Saturday night with me. Was that last night? 2 nights ago. They stayed up with me so I wouldn't have to be alone, so I shouldn't have to wait by myself. And the whole time telling me Torah, pouring light into my neshama, telling me Torah, more Torah, more Torah, more Torah. And I was like shaking, trembling. I was like going to pass out at some points. I was like, no, I can't take it. It's too much. The one point, and I can't really tell it over properly, but maybe one day he'll expound for us on this. I can't even say it, but it's to the effect of how we can look in the Torah, the sodos of the tree of life, connected to the psukim in the Torah, and then connected to the 12 cranial nerves, pasuk by pasuk, how they exit the skull. And that's the Torah of Atzilus. The Sod down to the Pshat, the Sod to Remez, Drash, Pshat, to the body, from the pasuk to the body. The intricate workings of the body, the details, if you've ever taken anatomy and biology, the details are coded into the Pshat of Torah, but they're derived from the Sod. I almost passed out. Gosh, let me see what else. I noticed about Rabbi Yirah that he's also extremely gentle, but he's also commanding. it's an interesting mix of personality. Like, you don't want to mess with him, but also he's very, very gentle in his delivery. And all I wanted to do was take direction from him. It was like finally we have a leader. That's how I felt when he was giving me instructions of what to do at the hospital for Rose when I went with Rose, because we had to rule out a pancreatitis, which could be life-threatening. So I went with her on Friday night to the emergency room. And when I took direction from him, he kept telling me clearly what to look for, what to hear from the doctors. And it was like a machaya. It was like a pleasure just to take direction from him. And the bitachon, the actual bitachon that they live by is something to behold. You know, Rose was telling me that they used to walk in the rain with a wagon to get groceries because they had no car. They had no car. And then a friend of theirs, Mike, I didn't get to meet Mike, but I did get to meet Joe. Shout out to you, Joe. What a pleasure to meet you, Joe. Joe gave me this. And he gave it to me because he said he painted it a while ago and her eyes reminded him of my eyes. So Rose told me that they would go to get groceries in the rain with a wagon. And then this guy, Mike, got them a car. He got them a car. And now they have a car. And Rabbi Yirah says, I have what I need when I need it from Hashem. Real bitachon, like real. Real bitachon, like true. And the most phenomenal thing for me to behold was that from this man with long hair, long curly wild hair, and a hat. And I've never seen a hat like that before. It sits on his head the same way every single time. A king's hat, a hat of a king, fit for a king. I forgot what I was going to say. He's royalty. He has bitachon. Oh, the contrast of the way he looks. With the tattoos, with the long hair, with the hat. The most bitachon. The highest Torah. Non-stop, you guys. He's non-stop. He could go all night with Torah. Everyone was getting tired except for him. It invigorates him. The man needs a stage and a mic. And he'll just say Torah all day, all night. He'll jump around doing it. So much energy. Rose. Rose is a queen. She's a queen and she don't even know it. She doesn't even know. And she's a funny queen, you guys. Yirah told me she's Gevura. She's partly Gevura. That's why she's funny. It's from the side of Yitzchak. He could look at you and know where you are on the tree. But she's so funny, you guys, and she's so smart. She's so smart. And she knew to look for Hashem. She can give over the teachings, but she's so quiet also. When he's speaking, she doesn't speak. When he's speaking, she doesn't speak. We're sitting there afterward. She goes to me, did you notice how anytime he's trying to teach Torah, he can go to the bookshelf and pull off the source without even a second later. He's like, oh, I need to show you the source. He knows exactly where to go in his vast bookshelf, pull it out, and open to the exact right page. I'm like, you're right. I guess I should notice that. Something worthy of noticing. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to end. I think this was monumental. I think this was, like we said in the beginning, even bigger than the inauguration of Trump. We declared the Melech HaMashiach in this class today. No big deal. And I want to end with a picture because while this is the loftiest soul of the generation that came down from a very high world, the highest world, he dropped down into a body. It's important to remember that he's a human being also. He's a person with feelings and needs and dreams and hopes. So this is what I want to end. I want to end with a picture. There he is. There he is with his baby. There he is kissing his baby. This is the Shabbos. This is the Lechter that Rose and I lit Shabbos candles on. Isn't she cute, you guys? She's the best behaved baby ever. Araya, Alaya, Atreyu, and Araya. Atreya turned 2 while I was there. I found it interesting also that Rose's birthday is October 7th. There has to be some meaning to that. We got to figure that one out. Yeah. Okay, guys, thanks for being here with me. 58 people. We did it. We pulled it off. We declared the Melech HaMashiach for the Gentile nations. Thank you to Darren for having the bravery, the wisdom, the courage, listening to the guidance of Hashem to procure that ring fit for only the Melech HaMashiach. Thank you for following through on that. May the merit of this declaration and all who are here to witness it hasten again the Geula Shalema, the full reveal of Hashem's glory in this world. Through the toiling of the Melech HaMashiach and his inner crew, the Avengers. They're the Avengers. Thank you, Hashem, for giving me the zechus of announcing it. I really appreciate that. We'll pick up here on Thursday, and I'm going to show you guys all the pictures from the trip on Thursday. And then next week, we will go back to Likkutei Yirah. Rabbeinu Yirah himself told me that if you want your light body, he called it the Torah of Ascension. You want to know why? Because if you read it and incorporate the learning of that Sefer into your neshama, you will merit your light body. You will merit this carbon-based body to transform to your crystalline-based body through Ibur, through reading, attachment to the Likkutei Yirah, available on bookbaby.com. I will share the link below. We did it, you guys. Thank you, Hashem. Have a great day. And I miss you guys out there in Oregon. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you for having me. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. Olive's home is open 24/7. The man doesn't lock his front door. and there's comings and goings, and it is the pros door, it is the entranceway, it is the hallway to the Gan. He's the gatekeeper. And I'll never forget that first moment that I met Rabbeinu in his apartment, in Aleph apartment. I was so nervous. And then I met him and I was okay a second later. I was able to be myself a second later. He's magic. He's not from here. He's not from here. I love you guys. Have a great day.